Kansas City awoke to devastating news that rippled through the entire football world. A key player for the Chiefs has suffered a confirmed injury, sending shockwaves across the organization and fanbase. The timing could not be worse, arriving during a pivotal stretch of preparation for the season's most critical games. Reports confirm that the incident occurred during a routine practice session, but its aftermath has become anything but routine. The locker room atmosphere turned somber as teammates gathered around their injured leader, understanding the weight of what had just occurred. This wasn't just about losing an athlete, it was about losing a cornerstone of the team's emotional foundation. The Chiefs, a franchise built on unity and perseverance, now face a moment that tests both. As details began to emerge, speculation flooded social media, amplifying the uncertainty. For Kansas City, this news marks a defining point in their campaign, a moment that demands resilience, adaptation, and collective strength to overcome adversity like any they've faced this season. Initial reports indicate that the injury is more severe than first expected. Early optimism quickly faded as medical evaluations confirmed the worst, an extended absence for one of Kansas City's most important contributors. The incident occurred during a non-contact drill, a reminder of how fragile even the most powerful athletes can be. Within moments, the team's energy shifted from intensity to concern. Medical staff acted swiftly, but the visible reaction from players said more than words ever could. The loss impacts not only the roster, but the emotional rhythm of the entire locker room. Coaches immediately began adjusting strategies, preparing for a scenario that few had considered possible. The players' leadership and presence are irreplaceable, making the task ahead far more complex than simply finding a substitute. This is a team accustomed to overcoming challenges, but this setback feels personal. The next few weeks will test their depth, adaptability, and emotional endurance as they search for balance in the wake of this unexpected blow. The mood within the Chiefs facility has been described as heavy yet determined. Teammates who shared years of battles with the injured player spoke with emotion, expressing both sorrow and resolve. Patrick Mahomes was reportedly among the first to address the team privately, urging unity and focus amid disappointment. Travis Kelce, another leader, emphasized resilience, a reminder that adversity has always fueled Kansas City's greatest triumphs. The injured player's influence extends beyond performance. His leadership, humor, and presence have long anchored the locker room's culture. Without him, the team must find new ways to maintain its emotional equilibrium. Coaches have prioritized communication, ensuring every player feels supported while also reinforcing the collective mission. Training sessions have continued, but the tone has changed. Every drill, every huddle, carries a deeper sense of purpose. The Chiefs understand that moments like this can fracture or forge a team. Their response will determine which it becomes in the weeks ahead. Andy Reid's voice has always been the calm amid chaos, and once again, his leadership has proven vital. Addressing the media, Reid confirmed the injury with measured words, expressing empathy for the player while reaffirming faith in the team's depth. Behind the scenes, his composure has become a guiding force. He gathered the players shortly after the diagnosis and reminded them that every championship journey faces unforeseen challenges. His message centered on accountability. Each individual must elevate their focus to fill the void left behind. The coaching staff immediately began revising playbooks, analyzing potential replacements, and adjusting rotations to maintain competitive balance. Reid's decades of experience have prepared him for adversity, but his emotional investment in his players makes this moment particularly difficult. Still, he remains unshaken. His approach, firm, compassionate, and strategic, has steadied the organization. In moments of loss, leadership defines direction. Under Reid's guidance, the Chiefs are determined to transform heartbreak into motivation, turning a setback into another chapter of resilience. The Kansas City community felt the blow as deeply as the team itself. Fans who have watched this player grow into a cornerstone of the franchise took to social media, expressing sorrow and disbelief. Arrowhead Stadium, normally echoing with celebration, now feels subdued. Many supporters describe a shared sense of heartbreak, comparing the moment to past injuries that reshaped seasons. Yet within that sadness lies admiration, messages of support, encouragement, and gratitude for years of unforgettable moments. Murals, posts, and tributes began circulating across platforms, reminding the player that Kansas City stands firmly behind him. While disappointment looms, fans refuse to abandon belief in the team's resilience. The Chiefs faithful have witnessed adversity before, and their unwavering spirit remains unbroken. For them, this moment is not just about football, it's about standing with one of their own. The energy in the city may have dimmed for now, but beneath it lies a powerful hope that echoes far beyond the field. With the injury confirmed, the Chiefs now shift into the phase that defines great organizations' adaptation. The phrase, "next man up," has become more than a slogan. It's a philosophy rooted in preparation and belief. Several young players will now have opportunities to step into larger roles. Coaches are emphasizing trust, ensuring that no one feels the weight of impossible expectations. Replacing a veteran presence isn't about duplicating skill, it's about collective effort. The locker room has embraced this mindset, understanding that success will depend on unity rather than individual brilliance. Analysts have already identified potential roster adjustments, including tactical changes that highlight depth across both offense and defense. This period will test not just performance, but leadership from every corner of the roster. The Chiefs have built a culture around readiness, ensuring every player understands their role. Now, that foundation faces its ultimate test, as Kansas City seeks to overcome loss through collective strength and discipline. As news of the injury spread, reactions poured in from across the NFL landscape. Opposing players, coaches, and analysts expressed genuine sympathy, acknowledging the injured Chiefs' impact on the game. Media outlets dissected every detail from medical updates to potential lineup changes, turning Kansas City into the focal point of national discussion. Analysts debated how the setback could alter playoff projections, with some questioning whether the team's championship aspirations could endure. Others, however, emphasized Kansas City's history of thriving under adversity. The franchise's depth and leadership have become recurring talking points on sports networks. Former players voiced confidence that the Chiefs' culture would prevail, describing their resilience as unmatched. Still, uncertainty remains. Injuries of this magnitude reshape dynamics across the league. Every headline, every conversation, reflects both admiration and concern. Yet amid the noise, one truth resonates clearly: Kansas City's response will define not just their season, but their identity in the eyes of the football world. Behind the public statements and analysis lies the personal journey of recovery. The injured player has already begun the long, demanding process of rehabilitation. Surrounded by medical experts, trainers, and family, his determination remains unbroken. Those close to him describe a mindset of resilience and quiet focus. The path to recovery is both physical and emotional, requiring patience and discipline. The Chiefs organization has pledged full support, ensuring that he receives the best resources available. Teammates continue to visit, reinforcing that he remains an integral part of their mission, even from the sidelines. Moments like these reveal the human side of professional sports, the vulnerability behind the helmets, and the unspoken bond between players who share the same dream. Recovery will take time, but within this challenge lies an opportunity for renewal. Every setback carries a lesson in perseverance, and this journey may ultimately strengthen not only the player himself, but the team he helped inspire. As weeks pass, the Chiefs have begun to settle into their new rhythm. Adjustments in playcalling and personnel have created fresh opportunities for emerging talent to shine. The early results show signs of promise. Players once considered role contributors have stepped up with confidence, demonstrating that Kansas City's depth is more than theoretical. The energy within the locker room has shifted from grief to determination. Every victory now carries deeper meaning, each one serving as a tribute to their injured teammates. Mahomes has elevated his leadership even further, playing with visible intensity and focus. The coaching staff's adaptability has drawn praise across the league, proving that discipline and preparation can withstand even the hardest blows. While challenges remain, The Chiefs' resilience stands as a testament to their culture. They are no longer playing just for trophies or accolades, they are playing for each other. Embodying the very spirit that defines championship-level football, what began as a moment of heartbreak has evolved into a story of unity, courage, and strength. The Kansas City Chiefs have faced the unthinkable and refused to yield. Their response has reflected not just professionalism, but humanity. In football, injuries are inevitable, yet how a team reacts reveals its true character. The Chiefs have proven that adversity can ignite purpose. Their injured star continues to inspire from the sidelines, his journey serving as a symbol of resilience for teammates and fans alike. Each practice, each game, carries his influence, a reminder of the bond that defines this team beyond the scoreboard. The road ahead remains demanding, but Kansas City stands taller because of this trial. Their season is no longer defined by loss, but by how they turned pain into progress. Through unity and perseverance, the Chiefs have reminded the world that greatness is not the absence of struggle, it is the strength to rise above it.